What if the universe wasn't born from some massive explosion of matter, but from a single conscious thought? I mean, really think about that. That is the staggering idea behind one of philosophy's most profound statements, Prajñānam Brahma, which means consciousness is the absolute reality. It comes from the ancient Aitareya Upanishad, and let me tell you, it completely flips the script on everything we think we know about reality and our place in it. So the Upanishad kicks things off with this absolutely stunning declaration. Before space, before time, before any of this existed, there was only the self, the Atman, one single absolute reality. And the text even adds, poetically, that there was nothing else that winked. How amazing is that? It means nothing else was there to see or be seen. This one line just sets this incredibly mysterious and powerful stage, and it forces us to ask, okay, if everything started from this one thing, how did it become, well, all of this? So how do you get a universe from a state of perfect, absolute unity? Well, the creation story in the Aitareya Upanishad is really different. It doesn't start with a big bang of physical stuff. It starts with a whisper, a thought, coming from that singular, conscious self. I want you to just try and imagine this for a second. A state of pure, undivided existence. There's no me looking at that. There's no seer and no seen. It's just one boundless awareness. This is that state of non-duality, and it's the source from which everything we know is about to spring forth. Okay, now this is where it gets really fascinating. Creation here isn't some random cosmic accident. It's a conscious, willful act. A thought, an intention just arises within this universal self. And from that single thought, the entire cosmos is willed into being. Just pause and think about that. It suggests that the universe wasn't born from random physics, but from an inherent purpose. And here's where the story becomes so deeply personal for every single one of us. The story goes that this universal creator, the Atman, then enters its own creation. How? By becoming the individual soul, what's called the jiva. It actually takes on a physical body so it can see and hear and experience the universe from the inside out. It's this beautiful paradox, isn't it? The creator becomes the created, all for the simple purpose of knowing itself. This whole cosmic journey, from the one to the many and then back again, it all gets distilled down into one single powerful statement. It's what's known as a Mahavakya, a great saying, and it's really the philosophical heart of this entire Upanishad. And here it is, Prajnānam Brahma. Now, this isn't just poetry. In the language of Vedanta, this is called a Lakshana Vakya. It's a defining statement. It's not saying reality was made by consciousness. It's saying that the fundamental nature of the absolute, the ultimate reality of everything, is consciousness itself. It's the source, the sustainer, and the very essence of everything. So here's a really crucial point. We have to understand what Prajnanam really means. It's not the kind of intellectual knowledge you use to solve a math problem, right? That's called Vijnanam. Prajnanam is something deeper. It's the foundational, self-shining awareness behind all of that. It's the pure consciousness that lets you see or think or feel anything in the first place. It really is like the screen on which the entire movie of your life is playing. And this is where that huge cosmic idea and our own personal experience just beautifully merge together. The Upanishad argues that this universal source consciousness, it's not some abstract thing out there. No, it's right here. It's operating as the very foundation of your own mind, right now. Just think about all the different things happening in your mind. The text lists them out. Memory, your sense of purpose or will, your desires and longings, even that vital life force that animates you. Now, we experience all of these as separate things, don't we? But the Upanishad pulls back the curtain and shows us that they're all just different functions, different expressions of that one single underlying essence, consciousness. And there's the big reveal. This line just nails the core insight. Your memory isn't separate from your will, and your will isn't separate from your desire. Your entire inner world, with all of its complexity and richness, it's all just the play of one universal awareness taking on these different names and forms. So, okay, this is a mind-blowing idea. But the ancient wisdom doesn't just drop this on you and walk away. It's not meant to be just some cool philosophy to debate. It actually provides a direct path, a roadmap to experience this truth for yourself. This path of knowledge, or Jnana Yoga, lays it all out in 3 steps. First, you hear the teaching, Shravana. Then, you reflect on it,
Manana. You use your own logic, your intellect, to question it and understand it until all your doubts just fall away. And finally, nididhyasana. You meditate on that truth not to achieve something new, but to fully absorb what you now understand, until it shifts from being just an idea in your mind to the very nature of your mind.
So why does this ancient teaching matter so much to us today? Because really getting this, really realizing this truth, fundamentally transforms your relationship with yourself and with the world. It's all about achieving a profound and lasting sense of freedom. And here's what that looks like in real life. When you truly start to identify with your nature as this witness consciousness, you're no longer completely swept away by every little emotion. So instead of saying, I am angry, you start to see that anger is just an energy, a phenomenon arising and passing away within your unchanging awareness. And that little bit of space, that's everything. That's what dissolves reactivity and puts an end to so much of our suffering. And that just leaves us with this final, incredible thought to ponder. If the very same consciousness that powers the entire cosmos is the awareness that you are using to experience this very moment, well, then the boundary between you and the universe starts to get really blurry, doesn't it? It invites us to ask one of the deepest questions we possibly can. What then is the true nature of this I that we think we are?